Watch a pro-Palestine youth hound a grandfather as he quietly protested over immigration.
Israel! Israel! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Paul Durant is a 78-year-old grandfather from Blackpool. He has been on hunger strike for more than 20 days, in protest against illegal immigration and cuts to the winter fuel allowance, which have many pensioners worried. Paul despairs over the state of Britain and says he will die to save it. GB News found him at the site of his daily protest, sat with a friend for moral support.
My name is Paul Durant. I'm 78 years of age, and I'm here protesting about the state of my country and your country, and why we have a government that doesn't care about anything that is going on. They don't care about the stabbings, they don't care about the homeless, they don't care about the ex-military. And that's why I'm here, and I'm prepared to give my life if it helps to stop and get these evil people out of power. They are truly evil. We have two-tier policing, we have two-tier judiciary. We can't keep going on like this.
How long have you been out here?
I've been on hunger strike now 20 days, and I promise you, I don't intend to eat till something is done about this judiciary and this police system. It is wrong.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you're feeling, how it's affecting you, the hunger strike?
Up until this morning, I've been feeling quite good, but I'm not going to stop. Every day that I can get out here, I'm coming out here to protest. And I just want the people of England to have a fair system. And it ain't fair now, definitely.
What was the final straw? What made you do this? Why now?
When Labour got into power, immediately, 3 days, they took the winter fuel supplement off the pensioners, and then one more winter fuel supplement for the second homes. Do you think we're all balmy, Starmer? Do you honestly think we're all daft? What the hell do you think you're doing with the country? I honestly cannot understand where you're coming from. I don't see the reason in what you're doing. You're turning us into a third world country, and it ain't right.
Why did you choose a hunger strike?
I remember when I was a little lad watching Mahatma Gandhi do a hunger strike in India. The people all came behind him, and he won his hunger strike and got independence for India, which then became India and Pakistan. I don't want to split my country. I want to bring my country together. I want people to unite and fight against these evil people that are in power. They have no common sense, they have no brains. They go to university, get chipped up, and come out and think they know everything. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Starmer, and all the people that support you, you do not know everything. You have no common sense.
And have you heard from your MP or the council?
I haven't heard a word from the council or our local MP, none of them. They're not interested. It's the same old story. The only people that I've heard from is Mark Butcher and Ben Habib.
Why do you think you haven't heard from any other media outlets?
Like everything else, they just don't want to know. They don't care about people. They don't care about the homeless in Blackpool. It's the same thing. You see it every day.
How is this affecting the people around you?
At the moment, I have a daughter who is 54 years of age. Last September she contracted stage 4 stomach cancer. My wife and my family don't want me to die, and they want me to support them. But I can support my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren and all this country's children. And that's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I'm doing this. I want all this finished. I don't want to carry on my life. I want to have a good life. I want to do like everybody else does, go out fishing and have a good time. But I can't, and I won't. And I'm prepared to give my life for my country and the people of this country.
If you could name 3 things that you want the government to do, what are they?
Immediately, I want you to stop this illegal immigration. Any boat that gets to this country and they haven't got documentation or mobile phone, immediately, no questions asked, straight on a plane, back to France. All the ones that are here, I want them sending back to France or wherever the country that they came from. And oh, by the way, Mr. Starmer, I did hear that your father was a tool maker. Do you think he would be proud of what you have done, or do you think he'd say, by God, you were the worst tool I ever made?
Even locals here hadn't heard of Paul's hunger strike, despite an article in the local paper and his daily protest by the War Memorial. Much of the media had not reported about it.
The famous tower, of course, did roaring business. It's good feeling on top of the world, while those on the beaches were determined to weather it out, even though they had got sand in their shoes.
Blackpool was once a thriving seaside resort for families across the north. But with the advent of foreign holidays, the town has lost its sparkle and is now one of the poorest parts of the UK. So when told of Paul's hunger strike, locals shared his concerns over immigration and its burden on scarce resources.
No GPs, no hospitals, no dentists.
The housing,
housing
situation with
everything.
having to
all
house.
the money they're getting and they're taking it all off pensioners.
Do you think that Labour are going to listen to this hunger strike?
No chance.
No.
Why is that?
Because they're not. You only have to listen to
They fetched a lot of them in first place when Blair were
the
in.
ideology. Labour's it's just let anybody in, no matter whether they're criminals or they're just fleeing persecution. It doesn't matter. I don't think they differentiate. Anybody that's coming now will get to stay.
So you don't trust the government to deal with the problem?
No chance.
No.
Don't trust them to deal with anything.
I mean, don't forget the last government didn't.
This person who's on hunger strike, he's a 78-year-old pensioner, a local. Do you support him taking that action? Do you think that it's going to work?
I don't think it's going to
No,
work.
not on his own.
Not on his own.
No, he's
no.
like a lone soldier, isn't he, if you will?
Yeah.
Will you join him?
No.
Not today, it's too windy,
No,
but
it's
yeah,
not that.
I support him 100% for what he's doing, yeah.
Immigration seemed to be among the top concerns among people living in Blackpool.
I think there needs to be practical ways of changing the way people almost dying across the channel. I think we've got to think of other ways of doing it.
Does immigration worry you at all?
It does, yeah. I think it's becoming difficult to maintain more services, education, health, etc.
Do you trust Labour to get a grip on it?
No, sorry. Yeah, definitely not. I think they're more lax than the previous government.
The bloke who's doing it, he's 78 years old. He said that he doesn't like the fact that the government are putting up people in these expensive hotels while cutting winter fuel allowances.
I totally agree with that, yes. I think the winter fuel allowance is going to backfire. I think there will be more claimants for pension credit, and overall the government will end up spending more money.
If there was something the government could do tomorrow to make you feel a bit more positive about the future of the country, what would that be?
Do something with immigration.
But others disagree and feel Britain should provide for those in need, regardless of where they come from or how they came.
I don't think one person has the right to try and convince the government of all people to try and stop refugees. They're not doing any harm, so I don't.
So you don't mind the small boats coming?
No, of course not. I mean, at the end of the day, they're coming for safety and refuge, and I think as a country, it's kind of our right to protect people, and I mean anyone who's here deserves to be, looked after and everything.
Really make it sound like they're quite nice with the hotels and stuff, but really the living conditions aren't the best. Like, they just aren't good at all. I think we need better for refugees and stuff.
What about the fact that they won't be worrying about their heating this winter?
They won't be worrying about their heating?
Not in the hotels?
Oh, well, like, the heating in the hotel and stuff, it's good for them, they need it. Like, they've come to seek, like, a home from another country that's probably just not good to live in, so I think they deserve a place here at least.
And the majority of people around here, what do you think they think?
I think a lot of people around here would disagree with that because they think it's taking jobs and benefits and things like that, but that isn't the case at all.
Really, it's just people who need help. So.
Yeah.
Do you, even if you disagree with what he wants, do you think it's admirable to do something like that?
I think it's
doing something for a cause like that is admirable, but it's just whether you agree with it or not.
Paul Durant's hunger strike continues as the determined pensioner pushes on to save his beloved Britain. GB News approached local Labour MP Lorraine Beavers for comment, but she was unable to do so. Blackpool Council did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Nicholas Dunning, GB News.